Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Garage Talk with Steve. First thing I want to talk about is the current tournament, the race car, muscle car tournament. We have 14 of the 16 cars picked. So there's two that went unpicked, the Volvo Gasser and I think it was the Pontiac Firebird. I was a little surprised about the Firebird because that's a pretty sharp looking car, but it is what it is. So for the tournament, we're going to have 14 drivers. Good probability that somebody's going to finally win and not one of the unnamed or unmanned cars. So that'll get posted up this Saturday. I already have cars picked for the next tournament. I just don't have a date yet, but it's going to be extreme engines. That's the so they're going to be fantasy cars with engines that are just extreme, not normal engine parts. And I have those cars picked out, so we have 16 for that tournament as well. So if you know other people that are interested in this stuff, certainly share my intro videos for the tournaments. I'd really love to get a 16 car tournament full with all the cars picked. So I think the rest of this video, I'm going to talk about my progress on Discord and Patreon. Man, the last couple of weeks, I've learned more about those two platforms than I ever thought I would. The setup is pretty much in place. So I think I'm probably going to go live with the setup in February, beginning of February, maybe the last week of January. However, I'm looking for some volunteers who would like to kind of peruse the platforms and just give me feedback on how things are set up. Is it easy to maneuver and so forth? So that'll happen this Saturday. So this Saturday, which I think is the 18th, I'm going to open up Discord and I'm looking for a couple of volunteers. I don't want to post the link publicly yet, but if you guys can email me at my email address, which I'll post right here, it's midnight raceway park at gmail.com. And I'm really excited about the league, but I don't know that there's going to be enough interest in the league to actually run it. Just a quick recap of how the league is set up, and whoever volunteers, you'll be able to access the league rules so you could see them in more detail. But each owner of in the league will draft 5 cars, and I don't envision having any luck trying to do a live draft, although that would be awesome. But what I might end up doing is breaking the number of cars. So again, depending how many people are interested in joining the league, it'll dictate how many cars I make available to the league. Each owner will draft 5 cars. So like I said, it might be online. I don't think that's going to be feasible. In other words, it might be, I will share with you the master list by tiers. So there'll be, say, like 5 tiers of 10 cars. And you would rank, the cars in order of your preference for a draft. And then I will use those and I will run the draft myself based on your lists. That's a little bit more work on your part because you have to do the prep work, but I think that's probably going to be the easiest and the fairest. I certainly wouldn't want to have a live draft if there's members or owners who can't make it. That I just don't think that's going to be fair. It's either all or none for the online draft. So again, the way the Discord and Patreon platforms interact is you sign up on Patreon. There are 3 levels. There's the free level, which will give you access to announcements, the lounge for chatting, communicating, sharing stuff. You'll have access to the diecast and track showcases. So where people will upload images of cars that they like or tracks that they've built themselves or ideas, whatever it is. And then you'll have access to the master list of online racing sites. The $2.99 a month pit crew level will give you access to early access on the Decide Your Ride tournaments that I do. So you'll get to pick 24 or 48 hours earlier than when it's publicly released on YouTube. Behind the scenes videos, one a month, at least one a month. Mini races, again, at least one a month, and stunt lab videos once a month. So every week we'll have one of those three. And then a fourth week of the month will be the giveaway. And that will also be for the pit crew members. So you'll get access to early access videos, behind the scene videos, mini race videos, and stunt lab videos, along with the monthly giveaway. And you'll also get access to be a track sponsor. So basically all you do is you submit your name or your website, if you have a particular site, a branding, a logo, that would be great as well. And I will print those off, and various segments of the track, I will place those. So there's eligibility for 40, right? I don't want to overcrowd with track signs everywhere, but amongst the 3 tracks I have, I've broken it down into 40 segments. So there's eligibility for 40 members to get their sponsorship on the tracks. A little bit of promotion for you guys. And then the last group, the last tier, is the team owners, which you get access to everything I've just talked about, but you also get access to the league. That's the only difference. And that's $4.99. So it's $2 more than the pit crew level. The league, I think it's gonna be good. Again, you'll draft 5 cars. You'll pick one of those 5 cars to race every week. Between weeks, you can swap that car out for a new car. You can do trades with other owners. You know, if you want to trade your Cadillac for their Mazda, that's fine. There's a process for that. And you can also drop a car from your 5-car list and take a new car from the master list that hasn't already been drafted. The points are basically the same. You get the standard point system for the races, and then for the championship, based on how you finish for each round, you'll get points. So regardless of how you did on the individual races, if you were the top point getter at the end of the round, you'll get 5 points toward your championship. If you're second place at the end of that round, you get 3 points toward the championship, all the way down to 1. So, you know, obviously the making it through the first round, you're going to get more points, right? Because now you're eligible for a second round of points. And in doing that, you know, I looked at other various ways of collecting points. This one seems to be the most fair, but also, like, no one person is going to run away with it after one race or 2 races. It's still going to be close in the points. Nobody's going to feel like, oh, this is insurmountable. I can't, why even bother anymore? And the other thing with regards to the league is that we can have meetings over voice in Discord. So if we wanted to have, you know, I don't think we're going to do it right now, but if we wanted to have a season owners meeting before the season starts, you know, we could do something like that. If in the future, you know, we determine that, hey, everybody's available on, you know, Saturday night or whatever, then we can possibly do a live draft. So 2 things I'm going to ask from you. One is I'm looking for volunteers to check out my Discord and Patreon sites. So only 3 or, you know, 2 or 3, maybe 4. I'm not looking for a lot of assistance there. But if you're willing to look it over this weekend, I'll probably leave it open at least the first half of next week as well. Just contact me at this email address. However, I'm also interested in how many people are interested in actually joining the league. Maybe I'll do a vote or a poll thing on YouTube. But also, if you know that you might be interested, or you know that you are interested, you could also email me again at this email address, just to let me know. If I know that there's 8 people who are interested in this league, then we're going to go live in February. If I don't have at least 8 people committed, then I'm probably going to delay opening up that level, that tier, so nobody's paying $4.99 and not getting the league access. I don't want that. So, and when we do go live, just an FYI, if you are interested in joining one of the paid memberships, start off at the low level. You can always upgrade later. So there's no reason to start off at the team owners level if we're not ready to go live with the league yet. So I'm going to leave it at that. As always, if you have suggestions or things you want to add to Garage Talk, things you want me to talk about, feel free to comment, let me know, email me, whatever. Um, and also, your feedback is always great. I love getting feedback from you guys about things that are happening. So, if you want to share your thoughts, please do it. I'm really excited to hear what you have to say about this. Um, and if you email me, I'll make sure that I coordinate access to the Discord server, and I'll also keep everybody updated whether or not it looks like the league is actually going to go live in February. So, with that, I'm going to end this video right now. I noticed that I've been kind of talking with my head down, and it's just embarrassing. I have some dental work going on. It's nothing. I mean, it is something, but it's related to a bone marrow transplant I had many years ago, and it really destroyed the enamel in some of my teeth. So I'm in the process of getting some pretty extensive dental work done. Um, and I got a big old gap in my teeth that just kind of self-conscious about. So that's why I've been bending my head a little bit more. I'm actually going to a social event tonight, which I'm kind of freaking out about, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I wish you all the best. I'll be in touch soon. Please take care of yourselves. I'll see you later.